And welcome to another vlog. So today is Friday and the weather is absolutely terrible. So I'm assuming that this didn't make worldwide news, but my state, South Australia, we suffering one of the worst storms we've experienced in over 50 years. So it was so bad that it ended up being, I think it was about 3:45 p.m. on Wednesday afternoon, the entire state lost power, completely lost power. So I'm talking no electricity anywhere, no traffic lights, no street lights. The entire city was down. Hospitals, you know, even phone networks. I lost phone connection, so I couldn't even access or contact anyone on my phone. I couldn't access the internet to see what was going on. It was very, very purge-like. It honestly was like the eeriest feeling. It was really weird. The Wednesday morning, it was blue sky. It was crystal clear. It felt like a beautiful spring morning. I mean, the air was fresh, so it was still a little bit chilly, but, you know, not a single cloud in the sky. So this is apparently the calm before the storm. We are forecast to have, what is it called? Storm force winds today, so up to 126 km an hour. Biggest weather warning we've had in 50 years. But right now, looking at this, you would not be able to tell. And by that afternoon, whole power towers were completely knocked down by the wind. It was so windy, and as I said, it just got dark, and it got to the point where you couldn't even call emergency services. So literally all you could do was stay inside and just wait it out. Certainly coming in now, very windy. My hay fever is killing me. Give it a few more hours and this is going to turn to absolute crap. I shit you not, this is the same day. So that weather is really coming in now. And apparently it's going to get worse. So the coast, yeah, this was, as I was saying, like the worst storm apparently we're going to have in 50 years. Thankfully I don't think anyone was hurt or has been hurt seriously. It's just more of a worry of just the fact that we literally had no power for the entire night. I think it came on about 10 o'clock for us that night, but there are still people without power today. It's actually super convenient considering I have 2 assignments due next week that I have not started. So that's what I intend on doing today. Unfortunately, through all this as well, I felt really sick the last couple of days, but it generally doesn't surprise me because, you know, I always push through and push through and push through, and you work so hard and you're just like, I'm just hanging out for that break. And then you get to that break and your body goes, all right, well, no, now we're going to rest and you're not going to be able to do anything. I'm going to debilitate you to the point where you can't actually get out of bed. So that's kind of what happened to me over the last 2 days, which was a little bit annoying because I couldn't vlog. Well, I genuinely just didn't feel like I could do a vlog. I did not feel good at all. But thankfully today I am feeling a lot better, except for the dread of the fact that I have 2 assignments to do that I have not started. I honestly am lacking motivation completely. I'm kind of blaming the weather. I'm also just blaming the fact that I just wanted to have like a week off of not having to stress or do assignments, but uni life, honestly, that's all it is. So as I said, I do have 2 assignments due next week, and on top of that, it is also my birthday coming up. So it's all happening, and I don't know, I don't generally like my birthdays, just because I don't see all the hype. I just kind of, because all it does is it makes me think, you know, and kind of assess where I am and the age I am. And generally, you know, 364 days out of the year I am, wait, how many days in a year? 365? Yeah, so 364 days out of the year I'm fine. Age doesn't matter, it doesn't mean anything, it's how you feel, and everything like that. But your birthdays are just sort of like this, you know, society's way of reminding you, like, hey, what have you done with your life?
where are you going? I guess as well, with all this weather and this time off, it does give me a chance to slow down. And you know, when you are busy, you're on the constant, you're always on the go, you know, you're constantly thinking, you're constantly moving. When you stop, that's when your body just takes it all in, and your mind sort of catches up with how you feel and where you are. And like I said, with this weather, I don't know if you've ever heard of seasonal affective disorder, but it is a real thing that people, you know, when there is sort of long periods without nice skies or light, you can get kind of depressed in a way. And I wouldn't say I'm depressed, but it's definitely a melancholy feeling this week. Like I said, with the kind of purge and eerie feeling, just having a break, my birthday coming up. And don't worry guys, trust me, I'm fine. I'm just being honest, you know, honesty is extremely important to me, and I always feel like if I'm going through this, then somebody else has to have gone through this or is going through this. Surely I'm not alone out of 7 billion people. I really hope I'm not that unique, although fuck it, whatever, I don't care. But you know, my birthday is coming up, and in a way, like I said, I just sort of am a little bit reflective about it and pensive. Is that the word, pensive? Just sort of thinking where I am. So in a way, I think in the past, you know, I have kind of felt a little bit lost and a little bit like, shit, where am I going with my life? But as I've said in a couple of previous videos, that, you know, I have been sort of figuring it out over the last couple of years. I've put I guess a priority on figuring out what I want to do. And so in a way, I'm kind of happy that I'm where I am. But at the same time, it is kind of overwhelming to think what I've still got left to do before I can be where I want to be, or closer to what I want to be. You know, it's easy to sort of go, you know what, yeah, I've got 2 years, I just have to put my head down, bum up, work hard, suck it up and get through it. And it's easy to say that, and in a way you have to tell yourself that. You know, on the flip side of that, it's almost just like, well, I'm going to have to live that 2 years, and I'm going to have to get up each day, I'm going to have to work hard, and it's going to be tough. And 2 years, even though in, you know, the big scheme of things and over the course of a lifetime, 2 years isn't a big deal, but when you're in it, yep, it's tough. You know, and I guess what blows my mind and I constantly think about is, you know, I have support of family, of friends, of a system that, you know, encourages me and wants me to succeed. And with all of that, you know, and all the resources that I'm lucky enough and privileged enough to have, you know, in Australia and the university that I go to, it's still hard. So how do people without that ever succeed? It's such willpower and motivation and self-discipline, and it is tough, you know. I like to think of myself as somewhat intelligent, you know. I like to be informed, I like to know what's going on with the world, I believe in science, I like facts, I'm interested in people, how people think and work and learn and coexist and you know, interpersonally interact with each other. That stuff fascinates the shit out of me, and you know, in some way that has made me more intelligent and more open to new information and ideas and beliefs and values, and that's all great. But when it comes to schooling and it comes to study and it comes to doing assignments, it is something I genuinely struggle with. It is hard to work hard, and there is part of me that is extremely driven, and there's this other side of me that goes, fuck it. You know, and I just worry about people who don't have that system or family supporting them to say, you know what, yeah, this system sucks, but you know, here's what you can do, or here's my support, or this is another way that's going to make this easy for you. Not everybody has that. And I do worry that, you know, people miss out on things and opportunities that I think everyone should be entitled to, or at least have the chance to feel. You know, part of me feels like I can talk about teaching, I can explain how to teach, I feel very confident and comfortable teaching, and yet I still have to do two more years of study to prove that. And I get it, and I have to play the game. And, you know, part of me goes, you know what, I just want to stick it to the man and say, fuck you. But I need this degree. I need to play the game for now, and then maybe perhaps I can change the system because I'll have the credibility to do so. And as a teacher, it's something extremely important for me to consider and always keep in mind, because I believe everything starts with education, and it's important to teach future children and generations who are going to make these informed decisions that change the course of the world, you know, politically, economically, socially, culturally. And the best way to do that is to make sure that they're as informed as possible, and that's my job. You know, you don't just want to teach them not only just how to read and write and add and subtract, I want to teach them more than that. You know, I want every child to have the opportunity to succeed and feel success at some point in their life. I want them to feel like somebody is on their side and wanting them to succeed, not just because I have to, but because I want them to. You know, if I want to make a difference in this world, I need people who want to stand up for what matters. And so as a teacher, I feel like I have that opportunity and responsibility to make sure that we inform more people. So the more informed that people are, the more they can help and understand what matters, what's important, and what's the right thing to do. I mean, I wish there was just some system in place where we could just educate multiple people at once. Yes, that is a school. So as I said, we don't just need to teach them how to read and write and add and subtract. We need to teach them a lot more than that. We need to teach them how to be good people. You know, we need to teach them that success can come in so many different forms, not just what the system tells you how to succeed. You know, not just dividing people into those who have degrees and those who don't, because there are very intelligent people who don't have degrees. And we hear this all the time, like the cure to cancer could be in the mind of someone who doesn't get the right education or doesn't, you know, isn't given the opportunity to succeed because their learning style is slightly different to the next person or what's normal. We need to teach children emotion and how to interact with people. You know, we need to teach them to not only care for each other, but to also care for our planet. Teach them the important stuff and the real problems and real issues that are going to be real challenges for the next generations. I mean, we think global warming is bad now. Like, I mean, I'm very disappointed with a lot of leaders around the world who have not done enough, and that's the honest truth in my opinion, but it is also based on fact, and you can argue until you're blue in the face with me, but you will not change my mind that we as humans have fucked up this planet big time. And I think we can make a difference, and I think we can change that. And as I said, it's all about educating people, because the more educated you are, then you cannot argue with the facts. If you're just choosing to be ignorant, then that's on you, and then yes, you are to blame. And I'm sorry not sorry, because fucking read something, do something. You know, children need to learn how their strengths fit into this world and how they can make a difference and do something for them. And most importantly, they need to learn that happiness doesn't come from anything out there. It comes from in here and here. So we need to teach that and share that and be nice and be good and make a difference and do the right thing, because if we don't, I honestly don't know what's going to happen. I honestly don't know. Anyway, guys, that is my rant for today. You know, I do get a bit emotional about this stuff because it does matter to me and it is something I'm passionate about. And I hope that, you know, you can take that with, you know, knowing this is my opinion and you're more than welcome to agree or disagree. But you know my thoughts, and that's all about who I am, is being honest and making a difference, because I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I didn't say these things and inform as many people as I possibly can and share this information and what I know and what I feel, because I know I'm not alone. I know I'm a unique person, but I am not alone in my beliefs and my values. So, as always, thank you for watching, and I will catch you very, very soon for my next video. Peace out.